Welcome back to my channel, Ocean Full of Knowledge. Today I'm going to talk about something new. Yes, it's related to a science topic. It's known as digestive system. We all know that food, water, air, oxygen, these are very important parts in our life. We cannot survive without them. We also know that we eat food, it goes inside our body. Okay, but what are the procedure? We don't know the procedure, how digestive system work, how these foods are very important to our body, how it helps. So today in detail, we are going to learn about digestive system. Here we go. Do you know an average person in his or her life eat about 70,000 kg food? That means eating an elephant that took 14 elephants in their life. In life, we know that our body works properly when we need some amount of energy, and that energy is available with the help of food. But have you ever thought what happens when we have food? What happens to the food? Let's learn today something new, which is called as digestive system. When we have our food, it enters to our body and then in the digestive system. Our digestive system works like a machine because whatever is present in the food, all the useful product is absorbed and all the remaining waste is thrown out in the form of stool. Let us learn how it works. First step is for our digestive system to work, we eat from our mouth. The food enters from our mouth. That's the entry point where we take in the food. This is called as buccal cavity. But our food will not travel in the digestive system in the solid form. Obviously, it will not. Wrong. Okay, so yes, it will be very difficult for the solid form to travel and also to digest. So what happens? Our mouth, with the help of teeth, grinds the food and also mixed with saliva so that it's lubricated and it becomes easy to travel through the digestive system. Same way, we apply lubricant to our dough when it makes some sound. You know, friends, our body makes around 1.5 liter of saliva every day. Just imagine. So, it grinds the food with the help of teeth and mixed with saliva and convert them into a small bolus, soft part. This food which we eat are made up of complex molecules. So that's why we break this complex molecule into the simpler form. And that's why it moves through our digestive tract at multiple places where different types of enzymes are present. Now you must be thinking, what is enzyme? So friends, enzymes are those molecules which helps making chemical reactions possible inside as well as outside our body. Enzymes help whether to join the molecules or to break the molecules. So in our digestive system, enzymes helps to cut, that means to break like a scissor. Okay, so the food are break down or cut into small pieces into different form. So what all complex molecules are there, it will get converted into the simpler form. Wow, interesting. confusing. Don't worry. Tell you
We'll
more
explain
in
more.
easy way. When someone eat meat or a vegetable, we all know that all living organisms are made up of cells. So that means when we are eating these plants and animals, these plants and animals are broke down. And how? We know that these cells are made up of three things. One is protein, which is the building blocks. One is fats, which makes membranes, and carbohydrates, which give energy to the cell and also form by making a structure. So it means in our body, three types of molecules are present. One is protein, one is fats, and carbohydrates. As they are formed in the complex form for our body to get absorbed, we break them into the smaller form. How? With the help of enzymes. I hope now you have understood what is enzyme. So now let's come back to our digestive system. After the food gets grinded with our teeth and mixed with saliva, we need to convert these complex form of food into the smaller form. And you know, this process begins from our mouth itself. How? In mouth, the saliva which is present not only lubricate. In saliva, some special enzymes are present. Yes, which we call them as salivary amylase or ptyalin. We also call it as ptyalin. These enzymes breaks the carbohydrate which is present in the food into the simpler form. So in mouth, this bolus, which means a small ball of food, passes through the stomach through the peristaltic movement. Now what is this peristaltic movement? This. This is called as peristaltic movement with the help of phosphorus. So here from here we eat the food. Here with the help of saliva, enzymes, it's converted into carbohydrate and also the complex form is get converted into the simpler form and move through the esophagus, which is called as peristaltic movement. Stomach is an interesting organ. You know, in stomach, HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, is present. Is it interesting? Yes, it's interesting. Don't worry. You must be thinking acid is present, how it's possible. So you must be thinking why this acid is present. Okay? And mind you, the same acids which we use in our house to clean. Yes, you are right. As soon as the bolus enters the stomach, when it's come in contact with acid, the salivary amylase deactivate when bolus come in contact with stomach. This stomach reacts with acids. That's why salivary amylase break only few carbohydrates present in food. But when the food enters the stomach and come in contact with second enzymes, which we call it as pepsin. For this, enzymes work required acidic environment. Means for the pepsin to work, it requires an acidic environment, right? That's why reason our stomach wall produce HCl acid. After that, protein which is present in the food breaks into the smaller form. So in mouth, the carbohydrates are broken down, and now in stomach, the proteins are broken down. You know, HCl won't harm our stomach as it is surrounded by mucosa. Yes, mucosa. That's the reason. This thick mucus layer protects the stomach from acid. So after spending time, the food start entering the small intestine. Okay. Now, this acidic foods are called Kims. You can also call it chimps. Our intestine is like a long tube which fold and form and fill a complex space. In different organisms, there are different size of intestine. Like in herbivorous animals, they eat grass, so it's take long time to digest. That's why their intestines are big. But for the carnivorous animals, it's easy to digest, so that's the reason their intestines are smaller. Once it enters the intestines, it's neutralized pepsin, and that's the reason the pepsin now stop working. Okay, so now there is no use of pepsin. Once it's entered the intestines, it's neutralized. It releases some pancreatic juices. It consists of different types of enzymes like trypsins breaks protein, pancreatic lipases breaks fats, pancreatic amylases breaks carbohydrates. You remember, carbohydrates are already broken down initially in the mouth itself with the help of salivary amylases, but here at intestine, pancreatic amylase breaks the remaining carbohydrate. So here in intestine, the food gets completely broken down. Okay, so it gets completely broken down in intestine. You can see how it is squeezed and kept. Carbohydrates gives you glucose, proteins give you amino acids, fats give you glycerol and fatty acids. Then finally, intestines with the help of villi passes through a body with the help of a blood. Means all the proteins, carbohydrates and fats are just started moving through a villi. They increases the surface area for absorption. Then all the waste are transferred to the large intestine, which absorb water, and then all the waste are stored in the rectum. Understood? So this way the waste are passed with the help of stool, and all the proteins, carbohydrates and fats are transferred through the villi with the help of blood to the different parts of the body. So this way our digestive system works. Thank you, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session and you understood about the digestive system. Please do subscribe and like my channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.